Immediately after you hire us, we want to walk the property with you, not to admire it, and not to tell you what you want to hear. We do it to accomplish two specific things. Understand how your home compares to what is currently on the market, and identify any maintenance or improvement items that, if addressed, have a meaningful probability of increasing your return at closing. That walkthrough shapes everything that comes next. What we look for. Not every recommendation requires a major renovation. In fact, the items that consistently move the needle for sellers are often straightforward: fresh paint, refinished or cleaned floors, landscaping, and routine maintenance like having your heating system serviced before buyers start asking questions about it. We will also flag items that are likely to surface during a home inspection. Addressing those before listing removes negotiating leverage from a buyer and eliminates the anxiety of discovering problems mid-transaction. You are never obligated to act on our recommendations. That decision is always yours. What we want you to understand is that these suggestions are not cosmetic opinions. They are data-informed observations about what buyers notice, what they discount, and what creates hesitation. The recommendations exist to protect your return. For sellers who want to complete work before listing but are concerned about upfront costs, our team has exclusive access to a network of vetted business consultants who can manage these projects from start to finish. Payment is deferred to closing and comes from your net proceeds. No cash out of pocket, no liens. Just a higher probability of a stronger outcome. How we build your price range. Once we understand what condition your home will be listed in, we get to work on valuation. You may already have a sense of what your home is worth. Listings are publicly available, and automated valuation models are easy to find. We take those seriously, and we include them in our analysis. But valuing real estate is more of an art than a science, and here is why that matters. The most widely used automated valuation model in our market claims to be within 5% of a home's actual value roughly 75% of the time. With a median home price in our area at almost $900,000, that 5% represents a potential $40,000 swing in the wrong direction. That is not a rounding error. That is a meaningful number, and it is why we do not rely on a single data point. Our valuation process pulls from relative properties that have sold within the last 60 to 90 days, current market data, months of supply, absorption rate, and the average across multiple automated valuation models. We look at all of it together and build a range of fair market value specific to your home in its current condition at the time of listing. We provide a range rather than a single number because pricing in real estate is genuinely subjective. A home is worth what a buyer is willing to pay, and buyers have different needs, different preferences, and different opinions of value. In Greater Boston, we often find homes built side by side that are separated by hundreds of years in age. Perfect relative properties do not always exist. The range reflects that reality honestly. Where we recommend pricing within that range. This is where strategy separates good agents from great ones. We typically recommend pricing on the lower end of fair market value, and there is a deliberate reason for that. Buyers pay premiums for homes they perceive as a value. Homes priced slightly below what the market will bear attract a larger pool of buyers, create urgency, and generate competition. Bidding wars happen on properties that feel accessible, not on properties that feel aspirational. Leverage comes from multiple offers, not from one buyer negotiating a loan at an inflated price. It is very difficult to underprice a home in a competitive market. It is very easy to overprice one. An overpriced listing sits. A sitting listing loses momentum and eventually sells for less than it would have if it had been priced correctly from the start. We have seen this play out too many times to ignore. The recommended listing price is also not a prediction of the final sale price. It influences the outcome, but it does not determine it. Properly positioned homes routinely sell above list price in our market. That is the outcome the strategy is designed to produce. One more thing worth knowing. The price range we recommend at our first meeting is not necessarily the price we list at 6 months later. Markets shift, inventory levels change, interest rates move. Conditions between your first consultation and your actual listing date can look meaningfully different, and our pricing recommendation will reflect what the market is doing at the time you go live, not what it was doing when we first met. Some of our clients connect with us a full year before they list. That is completely normal. What matters is that when the time comes, the pricing strategy is built around the market you are actually in, not the one we discussed in the past. We will keep you informed throughout that process. When the data changes, so will our recommendation. What we can tell you with confidence is this. The variables we just covered, preparation, condition, positioning, and pricing strategy, are the ones that have the most consistent impact on your outcome. We cannot guarantee a final sale price. No honest agent can. What we can do is control everything within our power to give you the best possible chance at the strongest possible result. That is what this team has built its reputation on for 3 generations, and it is the standard we hold ourselves to on every single listing.